Welcome veterans, family members, and everyone joining us today for this very special Veterans Day celebration. I'm Kathy Hamill, and I have the privilege of serving as the president of Gilchrist. While this year's Veterans Day celebration is different from our usual in-person events at residential care centers throughout the region, we are honored to still be with you to celebrate, albeit virtually. We owe a debt of gratitude to all of you who have served your country. We understand that your service will always be part of you, no matter how many years have passed. We at Gilchrist want you to know that we are grateful to you for your sacrifice and your service. Our Veterans Day celebration is one of many veteran initiatives of Gilchrist. Several years ago, Gilchrist began our We Honor Veterans program, which is a collaborative effort between the Department of Veterans Affairs and the National Hospice and Palliative Care Organization. This program is dedicated to meeting the unique needs of veterans at the end of life and honoring you for your service. As Maryland's largest provider of serious illness and end-of-life care, Gilchrist serves hundreds of veterans each year. We make sure veterans facing serious illness receive the exceptional and compassionate care they deserve, with sensitivity to their unique needs. Over the years, we have honored thousands of veterans in our care through salute to service and pinning ceremonies, which pay tribute to them for their service. We also maintain a growing force of veteran volunteers whose job it is to visit veterans with serious illness and offer them companionship, friendship, and understanding. We know that for the veterans in our care, having a fellow veteran to talk to reminisce with, and to share stories about their military experience can be an important part of the emotional healing process. These veteran-to-veteran visits mean so much to our patients, and they are every bit as meaningful to our volunteers. Our commitment to veterans extends beyond those in our care and into the community. Our annual Welcome Home Vietnam Veterans Day celebration in March honors all veterans in our community along with their families. We also partner with schools and youth organizations to engage the younger generations in honoring and paying tribute to veterans. All of these efforts are spearheaded by our We Honor Veterans Task Force, made up of 44 members of the community, many of whom are active duty military or veteran volunteers in coordination with Gilchrist staff. I'd like to thank the members of this task force and our wonderful team of staff and volunteers who came together to make this event possible today. They've created a wonderful video to share with you, featuring veterans reflecting on their service and what the We Honor Veterans program has meant to them. I want to close by thanking you so much for being with us today. It is truly an honor for us to pay tribute to you. To all of you joining us, veterans, active military, and family members alike, on behalf of Gilchrist, thank you for your service and your sacrifice.
Hello, I'm Ed Kaplan, a proud American veteran. We at Gilchrist, along with many other hospice and palliative care organizations around the country, are committed to honoring the military service of the veterans in our care. My fellow veterans and I travel throughout Central Maryland, honoring veterans and telling them how proud we are of their service to protect and defend the values upon which this nation was founded. We often give them a pin. A big deal, not really, but to them, well, you think it was a gold nugget. They beam It's really commonplace for a veteran who really hasn't talked much about the military in a long time see our uniforms and suddenly become a chatterbox. It makes us feel good too. And all these years later, it still does. I mean, we grew up with these guys. Well, not literally. They could have easily been our friends, though. You see, these individuals, along with us, we all left our homes and stepped into harm's way. We did what we were supposed to do. Now, don't get me wrong, we may not have liked the military. We complained, just about all the time, but we did what we had to do. This holiday that comes up every year, Veterans Day, that's a mark of a good nation. Because I think we all know that without our veterans, there is no freedoms, there is no liberty. So I ask everyone to be thankful for the men and women who served our country. You like your freedoms? Well, thank a veteran, and Gilchrist has a program to do that.
Hello, I'm Lieutenant Commander Reid Koberger of the United States Coast Guard. I enlisted in 1978 and spent 33 years active duty in the Coast Guard. I spent a long time of it as enlisted, and I did mostly search and rescue. I was a search and rescue planner. Every Veterans Day, we come together to honor and salute the veterans that fought in theater, that went over to Europe and Asia and the Pacific during the wars and did their time there and did it well. They won the wars for us. But to me, one of the most important things veterans have done for the United States of America is after they came home from those wars. They came home and they helped build America, and they helped build better Americans. And they did that by working in mines and the mills, in the farms and the forests for our natural resources. They also did that by building cities, laying highways, digging harbors, building bridges. But some of them also came home, and on the GI Bill, they went to school and they graduated in the sciences or into educational arts and medical, whatever it was, but they turned to the future of America. They saw what it could be and what it should be, and they squared their shoulders and marched straight into it. And for that, I'm eternally grateful, because it's given me the life I've been able to lead, and my children have also.
One of the ways Gilchrist honors veterans is through our Salute to Service tributes. The Salute to Service tribute, or pinning, is conducted by a dedicated team of Gilchrist staff and volunteers. The tribute takes place in homes, residential care communities, and Gilchrist centers. It is a meaningful and heartfelt ceremony that includes presenting the veteran with a certificate, a We Honor Veterans pin, a thank you card from a school student, a handmade patriotic quilt, and music from the veterans branch of service. Whenever possible, uniformed military veterans are present to assist with or conduct the ceremony. When necessary, we conduct remote or virtual salutes to service. To conduct the virtual tribute, a Gilchrist staff member visits the veteran's home while military veteran volunteers conduct the ceremony using Zoom or other communication technology. A family member of a veteran being pinned recently commented, "My family is so grateful for the ceremony you conducted for my father today. Just thinking about Dad responding to your greeting with Semper Fi brings tears to my eyes. His service with the Marines was always important to him."
My name is R. Dean Henderson. I went in at 17, 1960, and got out in 1964. I went to boot camp with my older brother, and we were in the same company. And after I got there, I got Class A school and assigned to the USS Sperry, AS-12, a subtender. One of my memorable moments during the pinning was I'm looking around, seeing pictures on the wall, and I asked his wife, I said, what did he do in the service? And he said, the Navy. And he said, he was a welder. I said, he was a ship fitter. So we went upstairs and went around his bed, and everybody gave their name, rank, and what they did. And then after everybody left, I leaned over him and I said, "See ya, Squid," and his eyes flickered back and forth, so I knew he heard me. One of the things I want to say to you on Veterans Day is thank you for your service.
Gilchrist volunteers conduct vet-to-vet cafe events for veterans at residential care communities. These gatherings offer veterans an opportunity to come together and talk about their military service. These veterans love coming together to share their stories, look at each other's photos, and talk about how their military service impacted their lives. This past year, we conducted these events at Oak Crest Senior Living Community, North Oaks Retirement Home, Future Care Canton Harbor, Levendale Hebrew Geriatric Center and Hospital, and other residential care facilities.
My name is Gay Stokes, and I'm retired from the United States Air Force. I entered the Air Force in 1988, and I retired in 2008. I served for the majority of my time in the Air Force as an intelligence operator. I also did tours in Italy and Japan. After 15 years of service, I transferred over from military intelligence into the chaplain assistant field, where I served as the chaplain assistant to the chaplain of the National Security Agency. Veterans Day to me means a time of honor and remembrance and tribute to those who sacrifice their lives in big and small ways every single day so that we can enjoy the freedoms that we have here in America. In particular, I think of my dad, who served 23 years in the United States Army, 2 tours in Vietnam. And he did that at a time as a black man when he wasn't always respected, he wasn't always honored and heralded, but he did it as a sacrifice and commitment to his country and as a sacrifice for our family and the life that we were able to live. So I'm always very appreciative of my dad and of all the veterans out there who serve selflessly every single day. So I just want to say thank you, Dad, and thank you to all the veterans out there today who serve now and who served in the past. Thank you.
Through Gilchrist's Veteran to Veteran program, veterans and active duty military volunteers provide companionship and friendship to veterans with serious illness. When it comes to talking about one's military experience at the end of life, nothing can compare to the trust and camaraderie of someone who understands the military experience. During a recent pinning ceremony, a wife told the Gilchrist veteran volunteer, "We've been married 72 years. My husband has never talked about his military service. The past few years, that's all he wants to talk about. Do you have someone who can come talk to my husband about the military?" We connected one of our veteran-to-veteran volunteers with the family, who then visited the veteran in his home for many months. This past year, our military veteran volunteers conducted approximately 25 veteran visits.
My name is Virgil Wright Jr. I served in the Marine Corps from 1964 to 1968. My MOS was 0351, anti-tank weapons. I served in Vietnam from 1966 to 1967. I attained the rank of Sergeant E5 upon my discharge. I became a volunteer at Gilchrist because my youngest sister was a patient under Gilchrist care, and I was so impressed with the type of care she was given. My experience with the Veterans Volunteer Group began when I went for my first veteran salute. And I was really impressed on how the volunteers handled the salute, the families of the person being saluted. They were very impressed, and the person being saluted was very happy and excited that we were there. Veterans Day to me means service to our nation, honoring those who have served, those who have passed on, and it just gives me great joy to be part of Veterans Day celebrations.
Gilchrist held its first annual Welcome Home Vietnam Veterans Day celebration in 2018 to honor the veterans in our care, as well as all the veterans and their loved ones in our community. This celebration is one of the many ways Gilchrist recognizes the unique needs of veterans and thanks them for their sacrifice and service to our state and our country. Together with a grateful community, we embrace the Vietnam veterans with the words that we greet all returning troops. Welcome home, welcome home, welcome home. In 2019, Gilchrist hosted over 900 people at our Welcome Home Vietnam Veterans Day celebration. Unfortunately, the 2020 event was canceled due to the COVID-19 pandemic. Participants attending the 2019 celebration were asked what they liked most about the event. One wife commented how welcome all the veterans felt. She said, "My husband was filled with emotion that I have not seen before. He has really opened up about the war. You did something that I have been trying to do. Thank you." So please join us for the next Welcome Home Vietnam Veterans Day celebration in March of 2021. For the first time, the event will be prepackaged and available online to reach a national audience.
My name is Art Gurl. I joined the Army Security Agency in 1965 for 4 years, and the last 13 months I volunteered for Vietnam. Unfortunately, I landed in the middle of the Tet Offensive in 1968, but I flew reconnaissance missions with the 1st Air Cav and UH-1 helicopters. And then after that tour, I was discharged to home. Back in 1969, when I came home, the country was in a lot of turmoil. I honestly could not wait to get out of this uniform, and I wanted to forget the previous 13 months, especially watching my best friends on the tarmac at Benoit Air Base waving goodbye. I never really got over that. But I tried to forget as much as I could for almost 50 years. And then I attended the Vietnam Veterans Day celebration put on by Gilchrist in March 2018. And it's almost like my world kind of opened up. I realized at that point that healing is just an ongoing process. The other thing was I was actually proud once more of this uniform. To me, Veterans Day is an opportunity to honor everyone who has ever put on the uniform to serve our country. And I am truly honored to be a veteran and to salute all veterans.
Someone once said, for the veteran, thank you for bravely doing what you're called to do so we can safely do what we're free to do. Veterans Day was established as a yearly holiday in honor of the brave military veterans of the United States. For Veterans Day in 2019, Gilchrist military veteran volunteers, ROTC cadets from the program at Loyola University and Towson University, and Gilchrist staff celebrated over 600 veterans and their families spanning 5 days in 13 residential care communities. The ceremonies included the Pledge of Allegiance, singing of the Star-Spangled Banner and God Bless America, Veterans Day readings, recognition and pinning of veterans, military and patriotic music, and a formal salute presented by the military veteran volunteers and ROTC cadets. The 2020 Veterans Day message is being communicated through the video you are currently watching. We would like to thank Army veteran and longtime Gilchrist volunteer Ed Kaplan for suggesting the development of this video. We are hopeful that this message will be received by large numbers of veterans in Maryland and around the country.
Here in America, we will have a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. And it says that all of the people, regardless of whether you're male or female, it doesn't matter if you're gay or straight or anything in between, it doesn't matter if you are black or white or Asian or Indian or any other ethnic group, it doesn't matter what your country of origin is or the spelling of your last name. It does not matter if you're Catholic or Protestant, Muslim or Jew, and it doesn't matter if you don't believe at all. It does not matter if you're rich or poor or common or famous. In this country, in these United States, under those colors of red, white, and blue, in this country, all Americans are created free and equal. And we will rise or fall based on our merit, and we'll be judged by the content of our character, not the color of our skin. That is the core organizing principle of the United States of America, and that is why we fight.
America's veterans represent the ideals upon which this great country was built. For well over 200 years, young men and women have left their homes to join the military and protect the citizens of this great country. Many of these young people found themselves in harm's way, and some even paying the supreme sacrifice. Upon completion of their military service, these veterans returned home to their families, friends, and communities. During my career in the Army, I had the privilege of leading large numbers of personnel to carry out assigned missions. As a member of the Gilchrist We Honor Veterans Task Force, I now have the honor of working with a number of dedicated veterans representing all branches of the military. Veterans stand for honor, commitment, and sacrifice. Many veterans also have a strong need to give back by volunteering their time to honor and support other veterans. Gilchrist is so fortunate to have a large number of dedicated veterans willing to implement the many programs and activities we have within our We Honor Veterans program. Somebody once said, "Alone we can do so little. Together we can do so much." It was for this reason that Gilchrist leadership assembled a team of active duty and veteran military personnel, along with civilian volunteers, to guide and implement a comprehensive program to meet the needs of veterans. This We Honor Veterans Task Force meets throughout the year to plan various activities and events for veterans. Remember that Gilchrist We Honor Veterans program strives to meet the unique needs of veterans approaching end of life and thanking them for their service and sacrifice. If you're a veteran and are interested in joining our task force and giving back, please go to the Gilchrist website and read about how to volunteer. In closing, it is difficult to thank our veterans enough for everything they have sacrificed for our freedom, but we must continue to try. So thanks to all of our servicemen and women, both past and present.